Welcome to the bold analysis. I did the video on Saturday and that was on Friday. And I told you that this week, two things were likely to happen. Number one, the president was likely to reorganize his schedule so that he could get some political rally to counter Raila Odinga. And the other thing also said is some interdenominational service would happen, and that interdenominational service will try to find a way of responding to Raila. So we only saw Kimani Chungwa and Aaron Cheriot responding to Raila. Today, on Monday, William Ruto has rushed to Mathare slums. And as you can see here, he arrived in Mathare slums just a few days after Raila was also in Mukuru, Koroben. And he went there to speak to the locals. And the mission there was something very strategic. And I foresaw this. I'm not shocked about it. But I made some observations. Of course, as you can see this video, he had to appear that casually. Of course, he had to be casual because of the weather and that environment. And again, they had to choose a president, even the organizer, even the president's planners had to choose a place that was most, place pabaya, most slummy, most swampy place, so that they can show the country that the president doesn't have any limit and can go everywhere. So the reason why William Ruto was in Mathare is very critical. I made some observations. And number one is about how the public were interacting with him. Remember, most of those people that are there have been displaced by water, not actually evicted. So where he went, like where he was, those people, the people that stay close to that river broke its banks, then it overflew. Okay, it then spilled over in those houses, and those people had to leave. That is Kiamaiko. And now they had to leave that place and get alternative settlements. So most of those who left got their alternative means, others went into a camp. So William Ruto went there for a political objective. But I want us to make this observation. There is a time when, and I wanted to watch this place because when he arrived there, he was on this other side of the river and some young people were on the opposite side and they were really heckling the president until he had to change his direction. That will be critically important. I'm going to play for you that video. I'm still going to get hold of it. But the basic point where he was there is because he had to show up for the day. First, I want to get the video of those young men. So this was the incident that was showing you that much as he was going there, but not a very good welcome for him. They were not speaking very kind to the president. And of course, we believe very well the rebuttal was because of what Raila Odinga said on Friday. This is it. This is interesting. There is a gentleman here who is, I think, a TikToker who was seated listening to Raila Odinga's speech, and this is part of Raila's speech where Ruto went to Mathare.
Wakati huu hii mvua inaendelea, lakini hawa watu walikuwa hawajapanga mpango. Walijua hii mvua itaendelea kunyesha, maji itakuwa mengi zaidi, mito zitajaa. Lakini hakuna hatua ambayo walichukua ya kidharura. Sasa mnaambiwa kwamba mpandeni mahali ambayo iko juu. Pandeni mlimani. Mlima iko wapi? Mlima iko wapi? Kuna yale mabwawa. Ukichukua kule inaitwa Seven Forks. Wanajua mapema ya kwamba maji inakuja, funguliweni madamu maji yaendelee yaingie baharini. Lakini haya Zakayo hawajui haya maneno. Wanalala tu mpaka maji inajaa. Hawajafanya kitu kinaitwa dredging ya Nairobi Dam. Kama ingekuwa serikali ya Azimio, tungedredge Nairobi Dam. Sasa dam imejaa takataka. Kama imejaa takataka, sasa maji inakuja yote kwa fujo. Ndio unaona hii inachukua manyumba yenu yote na inaendelea na pande huko chini. Hata ile nyingine Nairobi River pande ile nyingine ni kama hayo. Hii maneno tumeshaangalia sisi na wataalamu. Tunajua suluhisho, lakini jamaa hawajui suluhisho. Kazi yao kupiga kifua tu. Hawajui suluhisho ya hii Nairobi. Kuchukua taka. Mnakuta kama hii express highway inajaa na maji. Haya yote jamaa hawajaangalia mambo ya drainage. Hawajaangalia. Kazi yao ni kupiga kifua. Hapa na pale ni kutoa onyo peke yake. Jamaa wanasumjumba. Hapa na pale wanahangaika. Hawajui waenda upande huu au upande huu. Mkono wa kushoto hajui yale makulia inafanya nini. Angalieni machogu.
Yes. So good takeaways. I'm a bit elated. I did an analysis on Saturday. And in that video when I was speaking about the floods, I said, let's stop saying move out to higher grounds. I said, let's give these victims 20,000. What Ruto has done, they have actually gave 10. Okay, congratulations. Maybe my voice has, maybe or maybe not. My voice has been heard. I said it. Let's give money. And I think someone might have shared that video with the president because they had to go there and say. So they've gave 10,000, which many people are saying it's not enough. I also believe it's not enough. The reception was very low. And I want us to get these three promises because to me they constitute why the president was there. Number one, food, money, and houses. Look at how the crowd were responding, even when they were being told of that 10,000. And the other part of the speech when they were being told of all that they will be given. Look at how that crowd was, because that was a bit low.
Wananchi wa hapa Kiamaiko tunaelewana? Wale wote, so every household of the 40,000 households that have been displaced in Nairobi County, every household is going to be paid 10,000 shillings so that they can find alternative accommodation as we plan for their future as a government, so that every Kenyan has a home and a place to call home. Tumeelewana jameni? Mimi nawauliza, nikiwapangia tuwajengee nyumba, si kila mtu atahama sehemu hii tuhamie kwa manyumba mzuri iko sawa sawa? Pale nyuma wananchi wakihamishwa vile wanahamishwa hapa, walikuwa wanapelekwa mahali ambapo hawajui. Na niliwatangazia hakuna mwananchi tena atahamishwa kiholela. Tutakuwa na mpango. Mwananchi kama anaondoka hapa, tunajua anaenda kukula nini, tunajua anaenda wapi, na tutapanga vile ataishi, kwa sababu hatutaki tena kizirani ya zamani ambaye mwananchi anafurushwa kama mnyama, anaenda, watoto wake wanaishi mahali ambapo hakuna chakula, hakuna usafi na hata hakuna blanketi. Mimi nataka niwaambie, tumenunua blanketi ya kutosha, tumenunua mattress ya kutosha, tumenunua chakula ya kutosha, na vile vile tutawapatia pesa ya mahali ya kuishi, kwa sababu nyinyi ni Wakenya na hatutaki mwananchi ama mtoto wa Kenya aumie bila ya mpango yoyote.
Yes, that was law. President is there. You guys have been in distress. You've been told he's around, even though I understand that majority of those people who are there were children. And even the organizers are very, I don't know why William Ruto had to go there, because you take a crowd near a river, because when the president is going there, there is a river, you know, that place is not even safe for those children. Then president had to go there, surely, before to end Mbali. How do you decide to take a rally by the river, next to a river, and you know that you are going to attract some crowd there? Imagine if, God forbid, something happens and maybe, you know, a security lapse. There comes a security lapse. Can you think about what can happen there? I think, no, the organizers of those who took that rally there in the first place, they were wrong. That's not a good place even to take that rally. Now, Ruto went to Mathare because of these two reasons. One, there have been public criticism that he's not in touch with what is going on. Throughout when these floods started, the least we see, what we saw is Rigathi, this photo of Rigathi heading to Maimahiu, and give credit where it's due. I think there is a way Rigathi has established a way of getting a personal connection with his audience, some people with his supporters, with his supporters. I saw yesterday he visited some former councillor in Limuru. Yeah, that was a special occasion. Then he went there and this photo was circulated. Raila Odinga was also in Mukuru. But remember some time back, and that's why he was giving this, there was this backlash, that back during Uhuru era, there was some landslide in Elgeyo Marakwet. And he had to crash even against security, against a security brief to go and be with those people that were affected by the landslides. Because by then he was just searching for votes. So even this, there have been a lot of complaints that the president is not sensitive to the plight of Kenyans and has not been seen. So that's one of the reasons why he came out. Number two, I think he went to Mathare to cool down the emotions that were really high on the manner of demolitions. The manner of the demolitions have been not so much welcoming. Let me just share with you some two interesting videos here. Just check, there is this Twitter page known as Mukuru Community Justice Center. They've been sharing the developments. I just want to check that Twitter. Is this one here? This one was shared today. John Musili, a 27-year-old, was hit by a tear gas canister yesterday at around 16:00 hours in Mukuru Kwaruben in the process of ongoing evictions. We found him lying on the road. He's under critical condition. We have rushed him to Athi River Hospital. So someone was hit by tear gas canister. Remember, whatever has been going on in those slums, and truth be told, whatever has been going on in those slums is not evacuation. It has been eviction. And I think there was also another one that, yes, this really melted my heart. Another tweet of another incident. Joseph Ombata, a 5-year-old, has lost his life in their house as the bulldozer was demolishing their house in the ongoing Mukuru Kwaruben evictions. He was trying to rescue what he could since no one was at home. William Ruto should suspend the ongoing evictions to save lives. Now, this is the truth, guys. Contrary to an understanding, or rather some information coming out that there is some evictions, there is some evacuation going on, whatever that has been happening in the slums is actually a forceful eviction. And I don't know whether the president knows this or is just trying to assume, but this is something within his reach, that the manner in which evictions have been done have been so much dehumanizing. And I think even if you check, this one was from Kibera. There is another video from Kibera. This one here. The Mukuru videos about how that woman was crying, saying, President, when this video trended, I think Eric Omosh even supported some of these victims here.
Ni gani?
Hata sijui mahali nitaenda sasa.
Watu wangetuambia tu kutoa hata sola yenyewe sisi tuko kuagiza.
Sasa wakituangalisha
kuagiza, tumekaa kuagiza, hatuna mtu wa kutushughulikia, hatuna hata mtu mwenye anatutetea. Sisi hata stima hatuna. Ona sisi ni wanyonge. Yaani sisi ni wanyonge, hatuna mwenye anaweza kutetea. Hapi simtusaidie chameni. Na sisi ni wanadamu kama wale wengine. Na sisi hata tuna vote. Hata huyo Ruto nani mwenyewe Ruto mwenyewe hata tulimpigia kura.
Yeye ndiye tulimpigia kura na anatufanyia hivi kwa nini?
Sura yetu situmetolewa.
Yaani anasahau Mungu aliye juu. Ajui Mungu ni nani? Mungu atasimama leo. Mungu atasimama. Ndio yangu iwezi toka hivyo. Ruto na serikali yake angetupea notice tuame. Angetufanyia hivi. Angetupea tu notice.
So the reason why William Ruto went to Mathare slums was because of that. And they're saying Mathare, but it's Kemaiko, but it is Mathare. Now, when you think the public is disapproving that message, he's taking that 10,000, he's telling them about, you've been removed here, we're going to build their social housing, then we return you back. He's saying we're going to give enough food, as if people, you know. Now, why is there that disapproval? Kindly subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell, and like our videos. Number one, I don't know for how long it will take, and this will be forced on the people. The social housing narrative is very unpopular. Very unpopular. That narrative of social housing is very unpopular. And the reason why he is talking to them about that issue of houses, and they're not so much attached to it, they're not really, attached to that information, is because that information from the president is an alien. Now, someone should tell me, to engineers, I'm not an engineer, but someone should tell me, is it advisable to build a house close to that river there? Is there a way building a house there is going to avoid the floods? And how safe is that house that is going to be built next? To me, kama umetoa watu karibu na pale so that you build houses along that, doesn't make some sense. Maybe a stand to be corrected, but someone can confirm to the houses. So they want to be moved out. The other wants to be moved out so that a river can be, so that some affordable houses, units can be put, social houses can be put there. The public don't want it. They know they won't get it. And they know that apart from the 3,000 that William Ruto is saying in the microphone there will be other procedures and charges here that those people might not even be able to take. So it has always tried. They've always tried, and it did not succeed. So he's talking about the social housing, and people are not buying it because they've never taken it anyway. In fact, from the start, they don't even want it. Number two, the eviction protocol is enforced in an inhumane manner. So, and I want us to be very objective here. When these ravaging floods hit, the first place it hit most was Mathare. And what has happened is that what has moved these people from that place is actually the floods. What has moved them from that place is actually the flood. Now, after that, there are some people who are forcefully evicted, even without a notice. And those who were evicted were not given where to go and stay, contrary to what is being said in that video. Not all of them. Ulikuwa nafukuzwa wanaenda mali unaenda. Personally, I have a member of my extended family, I think that it's in Kibera, who really, we had to come through last night to just find an alternative. Because also telling us we were ambushed. We didn't know how it was, this would come to this. And we had to come through last minute just to find a way we can rescue him. So the eviction process was enforced in an inhuman manner, and the government image has already been lost. Even as you try to mend it, it's already been lost. People that you're seeing there are in some sort of distress, and they're not so happy with the development. Number three, the government response came late. Too little. I was analyzing just 29th and 30th. I didn't do any video, by the way. I didn't do any video. I was not feeling well after moving away after the away trip to Kano. They've not been still stable. But something was also in the background. We had one of my close friend, someone called Jared, who had lost a relative. That Shoshu who lost the child, that she lost the child herself, and some 2 children were missing. I knew that guy. They were literally just physically, and they were asking, why aren't we getting even support to try to search for the search mission? And do you know people spent 2 days in the cold before even any sort of a relief food came? And the government should not really bury its hand in the sand and believe that you can give relief food and relief food can be a solution. I don't know why we even get to that. Lastly, I think the public is reading political rhetoric. Yes. Serikali yangu itafanya. They know they're reading politics, and they know that after you come here, after you leave, we'll just remedy their problems. That's my take, guys. But of course, congratulations. I think we need to congratulate ourselves as Team Bold. We really did a very big outcry that government needed to do something on these floods by doing cash transfer. Finally, I think they've accepted. They're doing 10,000, but the emergency kitty for the floods is 20 billion. So I don't know, maybe ndio wako nayo. Someone can tell me. Thank you.